communicate what you said, what you were saying.
Well, you come in.
Jazz is crazy, and she's about to talk again. She can't stop herself.
But go ahead, baby.
You was already late, Jazz. You already on the docket.
Well, I'm here now. What's up?
My point is that along with the double standards, I find it hypocritical. And the reason that it's hypocritical is because these same old are encouraging younger women to talk to older men. And the only time that they don't, they tell them not to, is when they got to compete against them.
Booyah.
And so what I've seen largely is women never being held accountable. Not young, not old, never. They never get held accountable. They get paid off. They get money. They become successful. They grind on the backs of men, and they know exactly what they're doing when they do it. For years, for decades, for my entire lifetime, it has always been celebrated for women to talk to younger men when they get old, and it's always been celebrated for women that is younger to seek older men that are retired. And as a matter of fact, what I hear from women that are 23, 24, 25 years old every single day is that they don't even want to talk to men their age because they don't already have money. They're not already at the finish line. They want men that already are exactly what they want them to be so that they can be taken care of. And so while all of these hoes is mature enough to sell, they not old enough to be held accountable. Anytime the men that actually deal with them, they are the ones that's held accountable. Meanwhile, she the one that's getting $10 million for her pain and suffering.
He's right. So she can be online showing her vajayjay to the world. She can spread it wide open for the world to see. Be doing all this, but when Skip, when he wants to, I'll partake in that. When he does that, it's a problem. And then we want to act like these out of shape, bad body ain't going to Jamaica, but having young men do weird stuff to them. We act like that don't exist. Was that just like 2 years ago where everybody was talking about that? It was on TikTok when everybody was talking about it. So these jealous, bad body built
bitches, right?
They really want that guy. They want him in that part in his hair. Y'all remember how he got out that truck? The thing he did, that's what they want. They want him wearing them extra tight sweatpants in their house.
I don't understand how this became a woman thing right now. How did we flip this? Because if we brought it into,
you know how cute.
Drea Michelle, I'll say she was a preader. When it comes to these teachers preying on these little kids, they are predators. When I bring up you men losing your virginity at a young age to older women, they're predators. When we're talking about Shannon Sharp. We're talking about Belichick. Belichick is 73, dating a 24-year-old. Why are we normalizing? Granted, it happens. Both sides are. It's a predator no matter what.
Yeah.
Why are we normalizing this more? But it is way more normalized seeing an older man dating a younger woman nowadays. We can't.
And the reason why it's like that, Q, is because women are putting themselves in those positions to be seen by these men.
Yep.
Who sees Shannon Sharp at the store? You know what I mean? So I understand why it can go towards more a woman taking accountability, because women are setting themselves up to be put in those positions to be.
You met her at the gym,
with the the sugar daddies. I'm sorry, I'm around a lot of women that I hear, I'm gonna give me a sugar daddy. I'm gonna give me a sugar daddy, and they may be laughing about it. And they sugar daddy. I'm gonna give me a sugar daddy, and they may be laughing about it. And they joke.
They serious. Go look at Kendra G's channel.
Talking about it. But there's some truth to that. They really want to be taken care of, and they want to be young and then do what they do behind the scenes. They want to be the Jada Pinkett's and to set it off whenever rent due. You know what I mean? So
can I say something real quick?
That was good.
Hey, Kelly.
You're asking.
Hey, girl.
You trying to, you asked us a question about Shannon Sharp. Anton, you asking us a different question. I'm gonna answer both of those questions. Why women don't take accountability? What I've learned, like I say, I'm not that old, but what I've learned so far is men, we got egos. That's like one of our something that's that's something that we struggle with, our egos, right? Women struggle with their pride. They are very prideful, and the opposite of pride is shame. So if you're, wanting them to take accountability and telling them, hey, you did this wrong, you ain't moving right. That's like with us, it's our egos. It's harder for women to put their pride aside, and to take that shame with making a mistake. With with men, we're always accountable. We're always having to be accountable for our actions. We're always we deal with shame since young boys. Even from not girls, from failing life, we get shamed. You don't make the basketball team, get shamed. We deal with shame, but with women it's just different. I say it's harder, and that's just what I think. Like I said, with Shannon Sharp, you just have to protect yourself, man. Like you too valuable.
I think it's
I don't think women have this pride that everybody be talking about, because you want to know something that comes along with pride? If somebody threaten your life, if you are too prideful, you won't run. Person pull a whole blicky out at you. A prideful person, they'll be like this, pull the trigger. Like that's a prideful person. I ain't never seen a lady say pull the trigger. They immediately drop down, put those little hair bows in and be like, oh my God, don't do this. I got babies. They immediately lose all that pride when in danger. That's not a prideful person. That's a dumb person. So